the Independence Day festivities, which will be on Saturday, July the 2nd of 2016. The festivities include the arrival of the Boyertown Area High School Homecoming Queen to Pottstown, the crowning of the 2016 Homecoming Queen Contest winner, and the Queen Trophy presentation. On Saturday, July the 2nd, the Boyertown Area High School Homecoming Queen is scheduled to be on the 6 p.m. Colebrookdale Railroad Star Spangled Dinner Train. That train is coming from Boyertown to Pottstown and going back. But when they arrive in Pottstown to do the switching of the engine, the Queen is then going to get off. And if anybody wants to ride the train from Boyertown to Pottstown with the Queen, they can do so. The homecoming queens from Daniel Boone, Owen J. Roberts, Pottsgrove, Pottstown, Springford High School, along with the mayor, and any other community members, anybody in the any residents, we are all invited to greet the train. We anticipate the arrival of the train at 6:40 up at the railroad station area adjacent to Memorial Park, where the train comes in to make the transfer of the engine. From there, the homecoming queens, they will arrive at High and Havre Streets at approximately 7:30 p.m. They will be introduced. We will have the crowning of the homecoming queen and the presentation of the Queen Trophy to the high school that has the winning homecoming queen. Independence Day, we will also have the 2016 commemorative hat and other items for sale, and I believe this evening you should be able to go onto our website and you will be able to pre-order the hats. Our web person was going to try and get that done by this evening. Thank you.
Marshall, while you're here, my very good friend and community activist, Johnny Corson, who is my favorite persistent community member of all, called me at 7 a.m. on Thursday morning and said, Cheryl, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to reach out to my connections and my community leaders, and we're going to raise the money we need to have the parade. And he asked me to do the same. So we jumped into action right away. I called Mark. Mark said the application for the parade is still on file in the borough, that we still had the day set. I sent an email to you and Chip and let you know, Johnny Corson is on the trail. He's hot on the trail. We're going to raise the money. And the only answer we needed from you guys was, is everything in place for the day of the parade, logistically? Are the participants, will there be participants? Will they be ready if we raise the money? Didn't hear anything. We continued to do our pounding of the pavement because we were still in anticipation that we were going to get this done. Friday morning, I finally had to track down your brother, and I called him and asked him the question directly. Do you have the participants in place? He said no. No, they wouldn't. You would not be able to get it done even if we raised the money. However, the community groups have not given up. So I have now a very dedicated network of community people who are committed to this parade happening. We would like to still have the queens in the parade, and anybody that you had reached out to, we would like to reach out to. Holly Parker at Tri-Community Network has agreed to be the fiscal sponsor for the 4th of July parade donations. They have, as their commitment to the community, they have waived their 10% fee for services, so they're doing this for us at no charge. The Hill School has committed to $2,000, and Johnny is still out knocking on doors, so we believe that we are going to be able to raise the money. And if you guys want to give us some of your participants for the parade, if not, we are going to start from scratch. And tomorrow morning, Clella Fisher and I are going to meet, and we're going to start the organization of the parade. So we are going to have a 4th of July parade.
Councilman Miller, the only thing I will share with you is one of the reasons why we did not respond back to you is because some of the communications that we received, from Mr. Flanders, because of the deadline on having to pay for the police and everything, We were under the impression that we did not have a permit, and, you know, there's pieces that need to be in place. You know, I know myself from doing this for all these years, you know, basically at this point in time, if you're going to get the special events insurance, which, you know, we need to have the insurance, basically today's the day that I would have to make a telephone call. I have to tell them everything that's in it because it has to be underwritten, and that does take a process to do that, to have that special insurance piece in place. And, you know, quite frankly, based upon the emails that we received from Mr. Flanders, you know, we were kind of feeling that there was not going to be enough police protection. If we didn't have it, you know, paid at that point in time, we were kind of given the giving the inclination that because we didn't pay the bill, because of the carbon copies that were done, that the police were basically, you know, it was just not going to happen. That's what we were told.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, you did not, you know.
The last correspondence you received about the parade with Mark in the loop was from me. With Mark in the loop and already on board with, we're gonna raise the money, we're gonna get it done.
Well, and I must tell you also that we had a meeting, you know, prior to the regional planning meeting, and with Dan Leon and Carol Culp, and it was basically kind of determined at that meeting, at the as how everything stood, that we were just not going to have anything. You know, we were going to just go with this year and use this as a rebuilding year. In speaking with a lot of the nonprofits in the community, we are all having difficulties and challenges trying to raise money. And again, we look at it this way: if we have to put X amount of dollars out, you know, to pay the police, to pay this, if that needs to be paid, you know, we need the money in the bank account. You know, I mean, we were never basically given the option, and, you know, that was never discussed. So
I tried to discuss it with you, but you and Chip did not respond to me. So we
we do work full-time jobs, and it was, and I'll be honest with you, our conversations were coming from, you know, the email that you know, the conversation that we had for the regional planning meeting, that Dan brought it up about, you know, getting some of the regions, the other surrounding communities to come in. We basically had a discussion as to where we stood regarding the funds that we had, and we were basically going to say that, you know, we need to reboot and to look at this, and perhaps go for next year. I mean, I would, that's fine if you want to go with that. I mean, you know,
I understand, yeah, where your committee is regrouping. This is a complete, dedicated, last minute. They want a parade. The community says they want a parade. We're going to have a parade. So this is not the borough. This is Cheryl Miller, community member, Johnny Corson, community member, Twyla Fisher, community member, Holly Parker, community member.
I would suggest this time, since July 4th is drawing near, that everybody who is willing to step forward and work toward having a 4th of July parade work together.
Absolutely, and Twyla and I are starting to plan tomorrow, so we need to get all the participants in place. We still need to collect some funding, which Johnny, I am very confident is going to be able to do. And
why couldn't you give it to them, Independence Day Limited, the funds, since they're already set up?
So is Tri-County Community Network.
I'm just saying, that's the question, not going to answer.
Because I asked,
they had a deadline.
I went to them on.
They had a deadline. I know about it too.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to go into it all.
Thursday morning though,
Okay.
Sharon, I did reach out to Independence Day Limited, and they did not want to be part of it. Okay.
I think if you could put it together, have it.
Change your heart, and we need to move forward. And I am proud to hear that people are willing to step up and make this parade happen. May not have all the events, but at least we get a parade. this would be great. This would make great front page news if we could pull this